Hi girls, today I'm going to continue the remaining concept in carrier sense multiple access and collision detection. The third concept, controlled retransmission mechanism. In this previous class we saw about the collisions, how the collisions occur. The site, all the hosts or some of the nodes want to send information to other node through the same channel, that means the share medium. Sometimes a collision will occur. At that time, a jamming signal will be sent. After that, all the other nodes or withdraw the message and left the shared channel. The machine which send the message have to resend the message ahead. So the controlled retransmission mechanism is the third concept. After a collision, the packets that became corrupted due to the collision must be retransmitted. Okay. So after a collision, the packets that became corrupted due to the collision must be retransmitted. If all the transmission stations whose packet were corrupted by the collisions attempt to retransmit their packets immediately after the jamming signal, collisions will probably occur again. To minimize repeated collisions and to achieve channel stability under overload conditions, a controlled retransmission strategy is used in which the competition for the shared medium is resolved using a decentralized algorithm. Retransmission policies have two conflict goals. The first one is the scheduling a retransmission quickly to get the packet out and maintain use of shared medium. And the second one is the voluntarily back off to reduce the site load on busy medium. A retransmission algorithm is used to calculate the delay before a site should transmit its packet. After a collision takes place, the objective is to obtain delay periods that will reschedule each time at the times quantized in steps at least as large as collision interval. The time quantized is called the retransmission slot time. To guarantee quick use of the medium, this slot time should be short and then to avoid collisions. It should be larger than the collision interval. Therefore, the slot time is usually to set to be little longer than the round trip time of the medium. The delay time is the product of some retransmission delay, a positive integer, and a retransmission slot S1. A good example of controlled retransmission mechanism is the binary exponential back-off algorithm used in Ethernet. This algorithm will be explained in later. So this concept is the controlled retransmission mechanism is after the collision, the packets became corrupted due to the collision must be retransmitted, but it needs some time to retransmit. That retransmission after a collision takes place, the objective is to obtain a delay periods that will reschedule each site at quantized in steps at least as large as the collision intervals. So this example is here is the Ethernet. It will explain in further. The collision detection, the carrier sense and multiple access and collision detection scheme works best on the networks having a bus topology with bursty asynchronous transmission. This CSMA-CD schemes best works on the network having a bus topology, and then it has gained forever for transmission media that have relatively low speeds, around 10 megabits per second, mainly because of its ease of implementation and its channel utilization efficiency. The performance of the CSMA-CD scheme depends on the ratio of the packet length to the propagation delay. The higher the ratio, the better performance, because the propagation delay is the interval during which packet is vulnerable to collision. After that interval, all sites will have heard the transmission and deferred. As this ratio diminishes, the collision frequency increases, causing significant performance degradation. Because this performance becomes more pronounced when the ratio packet length to propagation delay is too low. The next one is the token ring. The next one is the token ring protocol. This scheme also employs decentralized control of the shared medium. In this scheme, access to the shared medium is controlled by using a single token that is circulated among the sites in the system. This scheme is also a centralized based one. In this scheme, access to the shared medium, that means the bus, is controlled by using a single token that is circulated among the sites in the system. A token is a special type of message that having a unique bit pattern that entitles its holder to use the shared medium for transmitting its messages. For example, there is a 10 nodes or 5 nodes on that network. The node which have the token have to rights to transmit a message to another node. So, for example, if you take an example of real life example of a hospital, if you want to meet a doctor, you have to put a token. If you have the token, for example, if you have the token number 10, you have to wait for that time. If the assistant calls the token number 10, you have to then only you will be able to meet the doctor. Like that, the token ring protocol have a token. It is a special type of message, have a unique bit pattern. Who have that in that network, the node which have the token is allowed to pass the message. That means that use the shared medium for transmission. A special field in the token indicates whether it is free or busy. The token is passed from one side to the next side around the ring in one direction, because this is the example of ring topology. So the token is passed from one side and to the next and the next in the one direction. A site that has a message ready for transmission must wait until the token reaches it and it is free. So I already told you that for example, if you taken the token system, you have to waiting for your time. When your time, that means when the token reaches you, that you means the node, it will able to transfer the message only the node which have the token. When it receives the free token, it sets to busy, attaches its message to the token and transmit to the next site in the ring. A receiving site check the status of the token. If it is free, it uses it to transmit its own message. Otherwise, it checks to see if the message attached to the busy token is addressed to it. If it is, retrieves the message attached to the token and forward the token without the attached message to the next site in the ring. When the busy token returns to the sending site after one complete round, the site removes it from the ring. It generates a new free token and passes to the next site, allowing the next site to transmit the message. Okay. The free token circulates from one site to another until it reaches a site that some message to transmit. To prevent the site from holding the token for very long time, a token holding timer is used to control the length of the time when a site may occupy the token. So this one is that to prevent the site from holding the token for a long time, token holding timer is used to control the length of the time for which a site may occupy the token. To guarantee the reliable operation, the token has to be protected against loss or duplication. If the token gets lost due to site failure, sometimes the token also gets lost due to site failure, the system must detect the loss and guarantee a new token. This is usually done by the monitor site. An advantage of the token ring protocol is that the message relay can be bounded because of the absence of collisions. Another advantage is that it can work with both large and small packet sizes as well as variable size packets. Okay, the advantage of this token ring protocol is that the message relay can be bounded because of the absence of collisions. The next advantage is when compared to the bus topology, here the absence of collisions is little bit lower in the ring topology. Another advantage is that it can work with both large and small size of packets as well as the variable size packets. And the token ring protocol used in the 8.2 IEEE 8.2.5 standard token ring protocol. Some of the pages was not present here. The next one is the slotted ring protocol. I will explain you the slotted ring protocol in my next class, because in this book it was missing. The pages was not, the preview is not available here. So I will tell you that slotted ring protocol and LAN technology cases in my next video. Okay. Thank you, girls.